Hello. Hi. Hi. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, all right. I do not be trying to be doing current events, but y'all always ask my opinion, and I sometimes want to give it. And now, again, this is just my opinion. This is the way I think about stuff. You ain't necessarily got to think about it the way I do, and that's completely okay. So, thank you. All right. Let me give a disclaimer. I am a part of the letter committee to LGBTQYZ, all of it. And I'm also 44 years old. So I grew up in a time where you got gay, straight, bisexual. You have we called them then transvestites because they dressed like a woman, but they were straight. We have queens and we had drag queens and stuff like that. Um, Many of you know that I'm bisexual. I'm openly with it. I don't really, it ain't nobody business that I don't give a fuck about how you think about it, or what you think. I don't care. Um, I come from a generation where we were not so public. Everything wasn't publicized. Everything wasn't just so open and just in your face. So if I'm off offensive, it's only because I don't know, and I'm just speaking from a place of me, where I'm from. Does that make sense? So I'm speaking from my understanding level, and my understanding level might not be your understanding level. And I think the younger people, they different. They gender fluid and all this and that. I don't know nothing about all that. So I'll never, I guess, just be saying some shit I thought. If I don't know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck gender fluid means. Um, and honestly, if it don't make me no money, it don't make no sense to me. And I do readings and I counsel everybody. I don't care what you call yourself. Um, we are now in an era of time where people are super sensitive about everything. And everybody's just so open about everything. I'm still grasping that. Can I say that? I'm still grasping the understanding. I remember one time my daughter told me that she was asexual. I had no fucking clue what that meant. I said, "You fucking animals?" And she was like, "No, mama, that's not what that mean." Okay, well then tell me what the fuck it mean. Because asexual, I'm assuming you fucking animals. She was like, "Mama, that's bestiality. I think that's what it's called. Is that what it's called, bestiality?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I am not homophobic at all. My godfather was gay. Yeah, Layden. I did not fucking know. And so I always try to be respectful of whatever. I didn't even know it's a thing that you have to ask people, what is your preferred pronoun? I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with you? Then it was explained to me that asexual mean they don't like a girl and they don't like a boy. They don't like nobody. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. I literally didn't. So, again, you're talking about, I come from a generation, I was born in 79. I come from a generation, we were latchkey kids. We drunk out the fucking hydrant because your mom was like, if you come in the house, you gonna stay in the house. So I come from a period of that. I come from a period, nobody was triggered. You just had to fucking deal with it. Like, I come from, hi, darling. I come from a time period of that. So I'm still trying to grasp and understand all of this shit. I come from a time when we played outside all motherfucking day and we threw rocks and shit at cars. I come from that because I threw a rock and blamed my cousin. I come from that time. I come from a time you don't really discuss your sexuality because it's really ain't nobody business. And, you know, so I come from a time, if you're gay, you're gay. If you're straight. If you bisexual, you bisexual. If you fuck with niggas, you on a DL, you on the down low. Like, I come from a time from that. Yes, I come from a time, how you know to go in the house, the street lights come on. I come from a time from Nintendo and Atari. So I don't know if my views on stuff like that, y'all want to hear it because I'm so cut and dry. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you identify as a unicorn that is made up of angel cherub dust and fucking glitter bombs. Like, I don't give a fuck what you identify as. That's your business. I don't care if you are a mermaid / catfish, trout mixed together. Like, now you're a tilapia. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. That's your business. But my only thing is, you could be who you need to be, but you don't have to offend me in the process of you being who you need to be. Right? Am I saying that right? If I'm not, please correct me. I come from a time where I need to mind my business because that's the business that pays me. And if you come into my presence and you're telling me I need to refer to you as this or I don't have no problem with it. I don't have no problem with it. I don't have no motherfucking problem with it because, I mean, me being a witch, a practicing witch, me being somebody who's not Christian at all, I understand about people having misconceptions, people not being educated about it, people just assuming the fucking worst because they want to assume the worst. I understand it because I'm a practitioner. So I'm held under the fire all the fucking time. So I'm never one to judge anybody on anything because I don't feel like I have to explain myself, nor do I have to offend the next person because of my belief system about me. Are y'all with me so far? So everybody be tagging me to shit when shit be going on. Listen, I can see somebody cheating. That ain't got shit to do with me. I mind my business. I stay in my lane. I don't get into until you put me in it. I've had people to say that I was homophobe. How? Because I talked about my godfather and we had a joking relationship. I made the comment one time that my godfather was a bottom. You shouldn't talk about him like that. That was offensive. But bitch, I told him he was a bottom. He was. Are y'all with me? Like, so I can't joke the same joke that I would joke in front of him. Because I said he was a bottom. He was. He told me he done took more dick than I have. They came out of his motherfucking mouth. So I'm fucking wrong for that? Like, where does it fucking end? Where does it fucking end? You can identify as a unicorn. You can identify as a mermaid. You can identify as a shoe. You can identify as my Louis Vuitton purse over there. You can identify as a cup if you want to. But you don't have to offend anybody. Listen, in my day, when you talk about a transsexual, in my day, or a transvestite, in my day, those were the terms that you used, right? A transvestite was a man who identified as a man, but he dressed as a woman. A transsexual was someone that transformed into another, I guess, gender. I don't have no problem with it. I don't care what you identify as. You could be 6'4", a size 15 wearing shoes. And if you want to be saying that you a girl, you a 6'4" girl, be that, honey. And I don't have no problem with it. That is not, listen, I don't give a fuck. But to say that I'm a cis woman or a cisgender, first of all, I don't even know what the fuck that means. And I don't want to be called that because I'm a woman. I'm a woman. Period. I have cramps. I be feeling like I need a hysterectomy. The shit that I go through being a biological woman makes me the fucking woman because I have the chromosomes that scientifically make me up to be that. Now, I'm not the gatekeeper of anything, but we are the creators of life. That is the truth. You get to exist because you came through our vessel. That is the truth. I am not going to compete on who I am as a natural born woman with someone who had to transform into being with something that I automatically am. I'm not going to go back and forth about that because that is the same as a man trying to control my body, trying to control who I am, trying to control, because it's still a man that was born that way, transforming into something that I am and telling me that I'm not it. I'm not going to do that. I can respect anybody. If you want to be called he, she, it, them, they, dog, cat, purple, pink, orange, you prefer to be called purple light, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't even give a fuck about Jess Hilarious. I think that she's a cunt. But I don't disagree with her, and I'm not going to counsel her. I'm not going to counsel her because she spoke her truth. Now, I've never been misgendered. I've never had anybody to look at me and think that I was a man dressed as a woman. But if I could give you my motherfucking period, bitch, I would. Because this motherfucker be coming, and this motherfucker make me feel like look, I got a period coming in 2 days. Look. Hormonal, hurting, and pain, backaches, motherfucking stomach cramps, ass cramps. Bitch, you can fucking have it. If I could give that shit away, you can have it. Or what about being pregnant? The preeclampsia, the miscarriages. You can have it. If you want it, you can have it. I wish I could physically take it from me and put it into you. The nipples, your fucking breast be all tender and sore. You can't even fucking touch it. And oh my God. And let's not talk about carrying a whole motherfucking human being and gaining all that motherfucking weight and motherfucking your feet fucking swelling up and your ankles swelling up and your wrists swelling up and your face swelling up. The fucking damage that it does to your fucking organs. Bringing another life in this world as a woman. The fucking calcium being pulled out of your fucking teeth. All of a sudden, listen, this down here, that's because I was pregnant. Y'all see that? The weight gain, the water retention. I wish all I had to do was just to get up and build the face that you see. The hot flashes, the hormones going up and down, all the fucking emotions. Being a single mother, so having these children and the men not being there or being there but not financially being there, and you having to carry the load of what you created, what you held in your body. When I was pregnant, I had no control over my hormones. I had no control over my body, I felt like. You can have that. Or what about the fibroids that we get in our uterus? What about that? Or the fallopian tubes, having a tubal pregnancy and having to have the tubal removed. What about that? I don't want to gatekeep any motherfucking thing because if y'all can have it, you are welcome to it. And if I have to take it away so you can have it, take it from me. Or when you go into labor, the contractions. And if you are a brown woman, a woman of color, how you a woman of color, a woman of color, how medically, medically, you are not even taken care of. Do you know what we emotionally go through to go to the hospital and be turned the fuck away? To say that our pain is not our pain? To be picked the fuck apart? Be who you want to be. I don't give a fuck. Be who you want to be. Be who you want to be. But to be disrespectful to the vessel, because that's what we are. I don't want to be called a breastfeeder person. And don't, please, do not minimize the women who are medically not able to have children because something is wrong with them medically. The pain of that. The pain of that. The thing that we were born to do, to create life, we're not even able to do it. And some of us would die for that opportunity to bring children and legacy into this world. And then be deemed that we are not woman enough by the misogyny of men. And then to have a man sit up and tell us that we are a cis woman, or we are this and we are that, and we're not this and they're this because of this. We don't own that. That's bullshit. And it's so disrespectful. I understand that, I understand you feel like you've been misgendered. I think that's what it is. I understand how you might feel like what you are. I understand. But sometimes I wish I was a man so I didn't have to go through all of that. What a privilege to have the choice to choose. Isn't that a privilege? What a privilege you have to choose that. You get to choose to be something that you have no idea what it is that we really go through to be it. I don't have anything against nobody. And I think we live in a world that you should be happy. And I feel like you should completely be that. Be happy. Because you only get to live one time that you know about. I defend the LGBTQYZ community. I defend them. You have a right to be whatever you want to be, choose, love, whatever, whatever. You have a right to that. But don't offend the ones that help you fight to be who you are. It's degrading, it's rude, and it's hurtful, and it's offensive. That's how I feel about that. That's what I think about it. Be who you want. I have godchildren that are gay, and I love them. My godfather was gay, and I loved him. But don't do us like that. That's my opinion on it. You came from a woman. Yeah, your daddy helped make you, but you came from a woman. Now, if I'm wrong, you can say I'm wrong. I respect that. I do. But some of y'all transsexual women, is it? Y'all are so mean. Y'all ain't just mean, y'all hateful. And y'all talk about us like we ain't shit. But how you hate something that you emulating? How? I had a young man, a young lady, I'm sorry, that identified as a woman, and he was a teenager, and he wanted a job with me. And I don't give a fuck. I asked him, because he came to the interview with a wig on and dressed like a young lady. And um, I hired her. And I asked her, what would you prefer to be called? She said, I'm her, she, them. Okay. She had the nastiest fucking attitude. And she was a teenager. She was in high school. She was so rude to everybody that worked there. She's jealous of me, and baby, they worked here before you, and they're not jealous of you. You're here to do a job. You need to learn your job. She was lazy, and she didn't want to listen to nobody. She felt like every time you tell her something, every time they would tell her to do something, she felt like they were attacking her. Am I boo Muslim? Hell no. Feel like I was am I Muslim child? And I was just like, can you? They're trying to teach you something. And she was like, well, I don't appreciate the way they talking to me. Well, how are they talking to you? It literally every time she walked into my store, the energy shifted. The energy shifted. Everything to her felt like an attack. What you say, Ashley? She rolled her eyes. Yeah. Everything felt like an attack to her. And so she would leave her, I guess she would wear, what you call the thing around, what they call them waist trainers? She would wear a waist trainer. She would take it off and throw it around. So I took it, it was on the floor. So I took it and I put it in a chair. I literally hear her say, I don't know which one of y'all touched my motherfucking. You're in a place of business. I said, so now we dealing with two things. We dealing with a teenager, and then we dealing with a person that is not happy with themselves. So I call her to my office and I'm trying to talk to her. And she cut me off and was like, can you teach me how to make soaps and stuff? Because I make soaps, I make lotions. I said, you've only been here 2 weeks. You haven't even learned. Well, I'm trying to do this with me and my mama. I said, so if you're here to learn about the work, that is one thing, so that we're here to serve the clients that work through the door. But if you're here to learn so you can start your own shit, then you got the wrong motherfucking one. And she was like, and I said, you shouldn't be so entitled. I said, that's not how I move. That's not how I move. And I said, if you're going to be successful in this business, that's not how you should move either. And I said, you don't get loud in my store and talk to people like that work here. I said, I was the one that picked up your waist tray and I put it in the chair because it was on the floor. Oh, and I said, you really need to adjust your tone when you talk to me. I said, working for me is a privilege. And I'll teach you some stuff, but you're here to serve the community. You're here to serve the occult community. And if you are not here to serve the occult community, you don't need to be in my store because that's what we do. Well, I just think that I'm gonna go home because I don't feel comfortable working here because people always make. I was like, nobody's making you uncomfortable. You're making yourself uncomfortable. Well, I just feel like people looking at me all strange and stuff. Girl, ain't nobody looking at you strange like nothing. And she was like, well, I make soaps and I make this. I said, listen, I've been real patient with you. She was like, well, you being a homophobe. I knew that shit was going to come up. I knew. I said, listen, for you to make soaps and stuff and for you to be a transsexual woman, and because I've heard you say 50 times in here in the last 2 weeks that you're a woman, you smell like little boy's booty. You walking around this bitch smelling like ass. And no woman that I fucking know walks around smelling like little boy's booty. You smell like motherfucking outside. Now, I'm trying to be real motherfucking nice. But bitch, I don't give a fuck if you a woman, man, or nothing. You not gonna come up in my motherfucking store and start no motherfucking ruckus because we a place of peace, bitch. And I don't give a fuck how old you are. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You don't come up with my shit. And every time you come up in this bitch, you got a motherfucking problem. I'm talking about you make soaps or perfume. You're not wearing none of them. See, now we're trying to be calm with your motherfucking ass. You've been getting into it with everybody that work here. But now you done picked the wrong motherfucking one. Let me tell you something. I am a peaceful bitch most of the time. And I am so non-confrontational because I don't be giving a fuck. But do not motherfucking keep fucking with me or the people that I work with. You got to earn your position here. I said in anything, baby. See, that's the problem with you. See, you think you're just supposed to be given something because it's something that you choose to be. You have to earn this shit. And I don't give a fuck if you a man or a fucking woman. Now, respect goes both ways. Now, if you can continue to work here and you can be more respectful to the ladies that work here and stop throwing up the fact that you're a transsexual because we don't want to talk about that every motherfucking day. Bitch, if you a woman and that's what you identify as, bitch, we don't have to talk about it every day because we're women. We just go the fuck on. We don't have to do that. Now, if you can work here and we ain't got to discuss your sexuality and your gender and what you choose to do every day and who you choose to be, if we don't have to discuss that, you can stay. Because we don't care. You ain't never heard no real woman except say, well, I'm a real woman. No, we just women. If you could stay here and you could do that, sweetie, you got a job. I don't like being referred to as sweetie. I said, get the fuck out my store. They. Get the fuck out my store, they. well, you a homophobe, but I'm gonna make a video and tell everybody you a homophobe. Girl, I don't care. Get the fuck out my store, day. I said, you come in here 6'2", wearing a fucking size 15 shoes, talking about you a woman and smelling like ass every motherfucking day, like you done ran track and just came to motherfucking work, sitting up telling everybody in this bitch, I'm a woman, I'm a real woman. Like, no woman does that. We don't sit up and talk about shit like that. And because I don't let you make stuff, I'm not letting you touch my motherfucking products. But now I'm wrong. Now she's the victim and I'm the villain. Now her mother was coming to my store. Her mother was buying products from me. Her mother stopped doing all of that because I offended her daughter. Listen, I'm the first one to say when I interviewed her mother, and not interviewed her mother, but I spoke to her mother, and I was like, I'm proud of you for being open like that. Because as a parent, that sometimes that's hard. She was like, well, I love her, and what am I supposed to do? Already. I was clearly okay with all of that. Down to the point of I asked, what do you want to be called? I made sure that my staff knew about that, and I was very open to her. I had no problem with her. Thank you, Charm. Thank you. I don't like weaponizing shit. And I feel like a lot of the trans community, they weaponize it. And that's not fair to us. That's not fair to us. Because y'all get to say whatever y'all want to say about us. And then if we defend ourselves or defend who we are or what we are not allowed to do that. And that's not fair. Y'all weaponize the womanhood. We don't. We are not, and I'm speaking it for everybody. We are not jealous of y'all. We are not. I have a nephew. My nephew does drag sometimes. My nephew told me one time, he said, ain't it? He said, I have to build my face up to look like you. And I was like, what you mean by build your face up? He was like, I got to put this on and that on and this makeup and I was like, oh, okay. I knew that my nephew was gay. Shit, when he was little. I didn't care. I still don't care. As much pussy as I done had on my face. Baby, I don't have no room to talk about the community at all because I done had a whole bunch of community on my motherfucking face. Do you hear me? I done ate some pussy and I done ate a little bit of the whole ass too. I'm just saying. You got to tell the truth. I'm not homophobic at all. But what's right is right and what's wrong is fucking wrong. And for you to weaponize shit like that and then expect people not to, ain't that just like a fucking nigga? Thank you, Janae L. Thank you. Ain't that just like a nigga? Ain't that what men do? Ain't it? Ain't that some toxic men shit? That now he decided, now he's going to, what you say, you at work? I done told y'all, don't have me on speakerphone. Ain't no telling what the fuck I'ma say. Ain't that just the misogyny of a masculine energy to be controlling and domineering? Ain't that the same? Ain't it? But you want us to respect you as the woman that we are. Well, we're not. This is not a battle. This is not a competition. Listen to me when I say this. We are not battling. We are not. It's not a competition. We are not. It is not a competition. It is not. It's not a competition. It ain't a contest on who got the biggest dick, because we don't got no dick at all. And to be honest with you, some of us will fuck you. Because Because I done seen some transsexual girls, and I done looked at some of this porn. I done looked it up. And some of these girls is very well endowed, and what a waste of penis if you don't want to give it up. Because some of them got some dicks. And I'm talking about some dicks. You be like, that looks very tasty. Thank you, Sapphire. Look, that look like you could stand up in it, ma'am. If I done seen some transsexual, I guess, men, right? That's the women that look like the men. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me. I don't have no problem with that. I done seen some of them girls that's wanted to be the boys and or the trans men. They be fine in a motherfucker. Like, what you got in that book bag? What's in that book bag? What you carrying around in that book bag? What's in that book bag you got there? What's in that? And some of them be looking good than a motherfucker. Like, I'm just saying. I am just saying. I don't disrespect nobody. If I do, it is completely not intentional. Maybe it's the ignorance that I don't know. My thing is, stop treating us so bad. Teach us. Clarify it. Explain it. We're not going to be offended by that. We not. I'm just being honest. I don't care what you are. I don't care what you identify as. None of that bothers me. But it's crazy how you can put that stipulation on what you want to be called, but call us stuff that we don't like. We don't like being called cis women. We don't like that. I don't give a fuck if 15 women said that. That's what because that's that pandemic shit. Since that motherfucking pandemic shit, they had time. They had time. I don't want to be called that. So if you want us to respect your pronouns and respect what you want to be called and how you want to be treated, you gotta get the same respect in return. That's how that works. See, I just think it's a lack of understanding and a lack of respect. And I think that most of them being so mean and so hateful, it's because of their fighting with their own insecurity about what they not. But you will never get that from me. That's my opinion. That's my opinion on that. Yep, tell me what you think. Be who you want to be. I don't give a damn. You can wear lashes as big as me. You can wear as much makeup as you want. You can identify as whatever. Like, I don't care. But respect me too in the process. Respect the thing that you're emulating. That's all I ask. I don't care. Listen, if you want to be called sea monkey, sea urchin, mermaid man, sure, I do appearances on. Don't nobody be wanting to interview me though. Don't nobody be wanting to interview me. I talk. I don't care. What you gonna be mad? Like, I'm good. I'm a witch. I believe in a lot of shit. Why you think that I wouldn't believe in you? My godfather was a homosexual man. I don't care about that kind of stuff. I preferred him because, again, with the misogyny and patriarchy of men and the assumption every fucking godfather that I had wanted to fuck, wanted me to be his spiritual wife or part of his spiritual wives. And I said, my godfather got to be gay. My godfather, Tata, Paulo, whoever, he gonna have to be gay. I prayed for that for 7 years until I met my godfather. Thank you, Divine Woo. Thank you, Precious Johnson, for saying that. I don't like when we weaponize stuff. Okay, the Love Jones Show, hit me up, email me. I don't like when we weaponize things. And now the new weaponization is womanhood. Now it's being a woman. That's the new weapon. And the sad part about it is you fighting against the people that fought for you to be able to be free in your expression. Ain't that sad? You fighting the very women that fought for you to be free like that. So you don't never have to compete with us. Never. Because we're not in competition with you. You're going to win every time. You want to know why? Because biologically, your hands are bigger, your arms are longer, your chest cavity is bigger, you hold less estrogen in your body, you move faster, you move stronger. As a woman, we going to defend what's right. We throw ourselves in front of danger for our children, for other people. We do that. We fight for people's rights to be, because you want to know why we fight? Because we've always been held down. I don't know if I'm going to receive backlash for this video. I don't know. I don't know if I was wrong. I don't know. I don't know if I've said the wrong thing or if I've offended people and now they don't want to watch me, or I lose because of how I feel about women or how I feel about trans women. I don't know. I don't know. It's not intentional. It's just what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And I fight for and will defend your right to be whoever you are. But respect is key. You gotta respect us back in return. Because that's it. Be who you want to be. Be who you want to be. I don't care if you identify as a dragon. Bitch, blow fire, blow. I don't care. But in the same token, please respect me. Because I'm not going to disrespect you. And quite frankly, I'm not going to let nobody else disrespect you either. Because the first thing I'm going to say is, why the fuck you talking? What do you prefer to be called, baby? Why the fuck are you talking to her like that? Why are you talking to him like that? Why are you talking to they like that? Why? Instead of fighting against us, you should be fighting with us. Because the joke is really on all of us. You know who the enemy is? It is not a real woman versus a man that now Or has always felt like he was misgendered or misassigned or whatever that is. That's not the battle. The battle is the government. The battle is those unseen forces. That's the battle. That's the fight. That's what we're battling against. And to be honest, we are letting them win. I can't imagine what they got planned for us. What they ain't telling us. The aliens. I'm planning survivally. Are you? I'm planning my survival. Are you? Are you doing your work? Are you staying up on your protection work? Because if you're not, that's where you need to be focused at. And being protected, it don't give a fuck. Male, woman, man, it don't matter. They having a whole government hearing. I don't know if they still have it, but I was watching it earlier. They having a whole government, I can't think of his name. He worked for, I had never even heard of this government governing body before. Talking about the aliens, asking them to investigate, asking for them to tell us. The Goddess Initiative, I was watching some of it and I was watching it just like, I'm like, oh my fucking God, this is going on. But we're arguing over, I'm a woman and I'm a real woman and I got an XY chromosome and I got an XX. Child, that ain't even some shit you really need to be focused on. You need to be focused on how they opening up these motherfucking portals and everywhere, and you wonder why all of this shit is happening. Y'all not thinking. Y'all ain't thinking. Y'all ain't thinking. Y'all focusing on something else. And it's sad. It is much more important shit than an argument over who's gendered or who's titled this gender or who's not. We need to be working the fucking together. And we need to be working in our masculine energy and we need to be working in our feminine energy. That's what the fuck we need to be focused on. That's it. I don't give a fuck about a period, a plate, a asshole, a ass, titties, no motherfucking titty. I don't care. And this the thing, y'all be sitting up asking me and tagging me to all of this stuff like I be giving a fuck. I don't even care for Jess Hilarious, but I agree with a lot of the stuff that she said. I can do that. I don't have to agree with you to respect you. You can sit me in a room full of Christians and I'm never going to disrespect not one of them. And my belief is not their belief. But I'm going to defend them so they can believe what they believe, if that makes sense. I just want the same respect in return. We are not focused on the right shit, y'all. We are not focused on the right shit. We need to be learning our craft. We need to be learning how to protect our family, learning how to protect our children. That's what the type of shit, because they don't give a fuck. They want to keep us confused. They want to keep your children confused. They want to keep us in a state where we don't know what's going on. Yeah, Dragon Lord 72. And they did. The Lutheran organization just opened up a portal. Like, we ain't talking about that kind of stuff. We need to be, y'all. We're focused on the wrong thing. We fighting the wrong people. We fighting, who cares? Everything is fucking smoke and mirrors. Y'all, y'all, y'all don't see what's going on? I don't have time to be giving a fuck about that. Ain't nobody jealous of y'all. And y'all don't need to be jealous of us. All the motherfucking shit that we go through. When I was pregnant last year, and um I was losing my babies. I bled for 2 weeks because the hospitals could not agree on to treat me and go ahead and take the babies out and do a D&C because they label it as an assisted abortion. I would have gladly gave that pain to somebody else. I bled for 2 weeks. And I bled for 2 weeks to the point that I went into preeclampsia. My body was turning septic. And it was right around the time, when Roe versus Wade. The hospital didn't know how to treat me. Because men decided in government that they wanted to overturn something. I was in the hospital for a week before they could do a D&C on me because they couldn't get my blood pressure down. They could not get my blood sugar down, and I was in pain. So that causes the blood pressure to elevate. They put me on a neuro floor. I wasn't even in the labor and delivery floor. And every new nurse that would come on a shift would say, "What are you doing on a neuro floor?" And I tried my best to be so kind to the nurses, and so because I was in pain. And I hurt for 2 weeks. I would have gladly gave them that. Or am I going to the hearing at the state? No. Women that are born biologically a woman, we go through so much. We not trying to keep shit. We not. If we could give it away, you could have it. Those babies was killing me. And all I could do was lay there and cry. That's womanhood. That's womanhood. That's our healthcare system and how they treat women of color, especially. It was so crazy that one of the nurses came to give me some morphine. I saw her draw it up and everything. And instead of her giving it to me, she threw it in the sharps container. She threw it in, not the container, but the little bag the little trash, the red trash bin, where you put the bloody soil stuff. She threw it in there. And I was like, that was weird. That was weird. So I had to keep calling And they said, you didn't get your pain medication. It shows on the system that you got the pain medication. I was like, she didn't give it to me. It's in the trash bin over there. So the other nurse looks in it and then talks to the other lady, the other nurse, whispers, and then was like, let's go get you some pain medicine. That's what happened to me. You can have all of that. After that experience, I was traumatized to even have sex. I didn't even want to have sex because I was afraid I was going to get pregnant again. That's womanhood. You can have that. You can have that. You can have it. Or after they finally did the DNC and they got the babies out of me, I had gained 40 pounds in fucking 4.5 months. And I was swelling. I had fluid on my heart. The babies literally damaged my kidneys. All from being pregnant. I have scars on my kidneys right now, both of them. All from being pregnant, a woman. So yes, we don't like to be marginalized. Yes, we don't like to be disrespected. We go through a lot every day. You get to choose that. We didn't have a choice. We don't have a choice. Respect us. Respect us. Respect our journey. Respect our fight. Like I said, we'll defend you to the end. Be who you want to be. My best friend for over 20 years is gay. When I first met him, this motherfucker used to dress up like Mariah Carey and had these white motherfucking boots, and the bitch would be kicking and doing splits on my motherfucking carpet. I'd be like, will you please stop? I don't want to say his name, but he and I. Will you please stop kicking and doing, fucking up my, you know how like when you vacuum and they have lines in the carpet? He would come over doing twists and splits with these white motherfucking boots, and I'd be like, can you please stop doing that? I just fucking vacuumed out and I like the lines in my carpet. So again, I am not none of that. But I don't want to be disrespected either. I service the LGBTQYZ, community in the spiritual community. I have a huge influx of gay clients. I have gay godchildren. I do that. Listen, I am not here to offend any community of people, but I don't want nobody fucking disrespecting me either. And I think that it's going to take more people that's in the LGBTQ community to say stuff about this shit for it to stop. I think that's the only way. We need more people that's from the community to speak out. Because when straight people do it, we are automatically assumed, well, not me, because I ain't straight, but it's automatically assumed that they're being homophobe. But it's not. It's not like that. LGBTQYZ people got problems with this shit too. I'm just saying. They do. They do. I think honestly, transsexual women and transsexual men, they need their own shit, their own category, their own, because they different. I'm gonna tell you who I like. I like Flame Monroe. I love Flame Monroe. I like everything that she say. I had somebody say, you shouldn't like her. I do. And I do. And I do. I do. But I want you to keep something in mind. A lot of this stuff too is based on the generation that we were born and raised in. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? People, if you're younger, y'all different from us that's a little bit older. When I was in my teens and 20s, I looked at things quite differently than I do my 40s. So we're not going to necessarily agree. Keep that in mind. Happy birthday, Rebecca Towns. Come on, 60. I bet you're beautiful. Everybody tell Rebecca Towns happy birthday. And she a Leo. Oof, oof. Come on, an Escalade. I just want y'all to acknowledge that. Just acknowledge that we come from a different time, different generations, look at things differently based off of how we were taught and how our community is. That's all. That's all what that means. So let's be more generous to that. Let's be more kind to that. Let's stop thinking that everybody got something against us. We don't. We as women, we are not jealous of you. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all are the prettiest women I've ever seen in my life. I wish I'd do my makeup all day, but I don't want all that shit on my face. Respect is key. There are so much other shit that's going on. Because if you are saying that and living like that, all of the drag queens, all of the shit that they went through, all of their own clubs and their own identity and their own this and their own that kind of goes out the wayside, right? So their struggle was for nothing. Their struggle for the gay rights. So all of that equality was for nothing. I'm just saying. Let's consider that. Let's think about that. So again, do I agree with Just Hilarious? Because y'all just be wanting me on these current events and I really don't be wanting to do them. But that's my opinion. Sure, Dragon Lord, you can ask me a question. That's my opinion on it. Do what you do, but don't be disrespecting nobody, child. Because somebody disrespect you back, then you be ready. Oh, they ain't. Child, you started it first. If you want us to respect your pronouns, respect the shit that we don't want to be called. See how simple that was? That was so simple and so easy. Who cares? Cause I don't care if a man like you or he don't like you, long as we ain't trying to fuck with the same nigga, cause somebody gonna get their ass whooped. That's it. That's it. That's it. I don't care who you fuck. Listen, it's almost like dudes that be like, I just date white women and he a black man. Okay, but your mama black. That's how we look at that. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care as long as you ain't fucking with mine. You hear me? Why do people have problems with gay witches or gay tarot readers? I don't know anybody that have a problem with them. I mean, like I said, Dragon Lord, my godfather was gay. Did nobody have a problem with him? And he was an author and a huge tarot reader. Had a store, everything else. I don't know. Who got problems with that? Because what does that even matter? Why do people have problems? Yeah, make sure I'm reading it right. I can't answer that because I don't know anybody that have a problem with it. Thank you, Rebecca. I don't. Thank you, Sandra. It's just like people saying some shit. Oh, you trying to lose weight so you can be skinny. No, when I had them babies, it put a stress on my organs and I needed to lose weight so I could be healthy. And you could say, well, you could just work that off. At the time, I couldn't because I was sick all the time. And I was swollen up all the time. I could barely move. So I chose to have the surgery. Now, the surgery only does a little part. You got to keep working at it. So I'm not going to let nobody shame me into that. Shut the fuck up. Dragon Lord, I did a whole video on homosexuality and the occult. It's in my list of videos. I did it years and years ago about the duality. So anybody that have a problem with it is crazy because spirit is spirit. They do have opinions about the wrong shit. And I caught COVID twice. I literally caught COVID twice, started healing, and then wound up being pregnant. It really put a strain on my body. And I needed to lose that weight. I needed to. I was on 9 medications. 9. I'm no longer a diabetic. I no longer take insulin. I'm not on anything like that. So I did that so I could feel good. It's a great video. Yes, Dragon Lord 72 Tarot. I started off, I was like 290. Really. I say 289 point. I think it was like 9 or some shit like that. Starting off at 290, today I weighed in at 227. Thank you, Anna Marie. And it's true. I had to learn to walk again and everything else. Yeah, because I was on a walker for some months. I was really fucked off, y'all. I was. I wasn't doing really readings. I really wasn't doing a lot of shit last year. Thank you. I just think that people be jealous. People want a reason to be jealous. They want a reason for conflict. They want a reason for chaos. It's really hard for me to see stuff like that because I feel like I live a very blessed life and my life is a blessing. And I feel like if you don't live in the energy of healing, and if you live in the energy of chaos, then that's what you'll have. I don't live in that energy. So it's very hard for me to it's real hard for me to to focus in on stuff like that. That's why you will never see me get into it with another worker. For what? Because if we're here to teach and we're here to show you how the occult is and how you can live a better life and blah, 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 then that's what we're here for. Like, I'm not in the competition with other workers. I don't give a fuck about them like that. I mean, people follow you. People follow everybody. Shit. So I don't get into stuff like that. I just don't. Hello. What'd you say? Shaky voice and all I showed up? Absolutely. I thought I had a stroke, but I didn't. But I mean, shit, I survived. And that's all the fuck I care about. So I'm not going to sit up and be negative and, oh, I'm the biggest witch. And, oh, that person's a fake witch. And I don't give a fuck. I do not care. I do not care. You can't cancel me. You can't make me feel bad about my past. You can't make me feel bad about the shit I done, the dicks I done sucked, the pussy I done ate. You can't make me feel bad about none of that. None of that. Because, bitch, all of that is a part of what make me who I am today. Y'all better start fucking owning y'all stuff. I done told y'all time and time again, that's the reason why you can't move with shit. That's the shit you need to be focused on. That's the shit you need to be focused on. What are you doing today to validate you being here? So, because at the end of the day, at the end of your life, I don't want no regrets. Do you? My father passed away when he was 85 years old. 85. And I remember going to see him, like the last time I went to go see him, because he died 2 days later. It was on a Sunday night, and I was sitting here, and he said, I don't want you to come back up here no more. And I was like, Daddy? He said, no, because every time you come over here, you be breathing life on me. I'm tired. I done went blind. I can't see. I could barely hear. My body is falling apart. I'm dying. And every time you come up here, I know what you're doing. You're rubbing stuff on me and herbs on me. Or I need you to stop and to let me go. That's what my daddy said to me. This is on a Sunday night. Oh, I left Monday. I was mad at a motherfucker because how dare he say that to me. He said, baby, I'm 85 years old. There's 365 days in a year. Multiply that. That's how many sunsets I done seen, how many sunrises I done seen. He said I was in a war, I traveled. I've done everything I wanted to do. Now I'm ready to go. And you got to let me go. I have 0 regrets. Don't come back up here no more. He said, I know what you're doing, and I want you to stop. Don't come back up here no more. That was on a Sunday night. I was at work Wednesday, and I said, I'm going to go see him today. I don't give a damn what he said. And I got a phone call at lunch and said that my father had coded. And they said that they had took him to the hospital. So I get to the hospital ER. And I had called my best friend. She had met me there. And Damon had met me there, my husband. He wasn't my husband at the time. And they had brought me into this room. And the doctor came in and they said, we did everything we could do. Now, I've been in the medical field for 15 years at that time. Why it didn't dawn on me that he coded, meaning he died? Why I thought he coded and he just came back and I was going to come to the hospital and he was just going to be laying there saying, Red, you came. I thought I told you not to come up here no more. I thought that's what I was going to see. But when I got there, He was gone. I was 35. I'm 44 now. But it still feel like it was yesterday. And when I went into the room, they had just took the breathing tube out of his mouth because they was trying to resuscitate him. And I remember I laid my head on his chest. And I swear I heard him take his last breath. Even though he was already deceased. I swear I did. And then I don't know what happened because I passed out. But I cried for 5 days. I cried so much that my eyes swelled shut. And in those moments of darkness where my eyes swelled shut and I cried like that, I could hear my daddy's voice say, I lived with no regrets. Because that's the last thing he told me. He said, you learn to live like that too. So when I stopped crying, when I stopped being sad, I made a promise to myself that I was going to live with no regrets. I was a daddy's girl. So I live with no regrets every day of my life now. So if my end of my life was to come now, I have no regrets about it because I've lived. And I'm still going to live. I'm going to go wherever the fuck I want to go. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm going to spend whatever the fuck I want to spend. I'm going to buy whatever the fuck I want to buy. I work for that. And my daddy told me, the last thing he told me was, you do it. I'm 85 years old. I done lived. I done everything. You do it. So I did. I ate all the pussy I didn't want to eat. I done ate a little bit of women's asses too. And I done sucked enough dick. And I done gave up enough pussy. I done lived. I done lived. I done had pretty pussies. I done seen some ugly pussies. I done seen a pretty asshole, and I done seen an asshole look like a horse's mouth. Like, I done say, listen, I done lived. Y'all got to live too. I done seen some big dicks. I done seen some little dicks. I done seen some medium-sized dicks. I done seen some little nephew dicks. I'm talking about the little dick is as little as my nephew that's 8 months old. I done seen all of that. I done lived. I done did 69. I done did 64, and I owe you 5 more. Like, I done lived. You can't make me feel bad about shit. I done made money criminal wise, and I done made money motherfucking completely motherfucking legit. Listen, I didn't even know pussies came in all forms and fashions and little and big and hairy and hairless and one big lip and a little bitty lip. I done seen big clits, little bitty clits. Itch. I done seen big balls and little balls and balls that were shiny and balls that were hairy. Bitch, I done seen it. I done seen it. I live. I done fucked in Belize and I done fucked in the Bahamas and I done fucked in New Orleans, and I done fucked in Dallas. Listen, listen. I done it. I done been so motherfucking broke. Have y'all ever been so broke you couldn't find a penny in your motherfucking house? Not a penny. A penny? I done been so motherfucking broke, and then I done had so much motherfucking money that I could spend the dollars and keep the big bills. I done it. I done it. I done lived. You better fucking get there too. I done been so goddamn sick, I wanted to fucking die. I done gained so much fucking motherfucking weight. A bitch, it hurt to walk. Well, now I don't look like that. There was at one point in time, I didn't even want to take no motherfucking picture because I had too much goddamn fat on my motherfucking face. And bitch, I didn't want to take a picture like that. All the motherfucking filters couldn't motherfucking filter this motherfucking face to be thinner. Now, I am thinner, bitch, and I'm fit to fucking show my motherfucking ass any motherfucking time I want to. Listen, and I don't give a fuck about getting my head knocked off. I'm just gonna pick that bitch up and put it back on and keep on showing my motherfucking ass. You bet that? Shit. I am going to look like a glamorous queen because I remember there were days that I didn't feel like that and I didn't look like that. There were some days I couldn't even put no motherfucking heels on because my feet were too fat because they had swole up so motherfucking bad. Now I'm gonna wear 6-inch motherfucking stilettos if that's what the fuck I wanna do. Or if I wanna wear some goddamn Crocs, I'm gonna do that too. I done lived. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I done lived in a 2-story house. I done lived in a goddamn 1-story house. I done lived in a goddamn 2-bedroom. I done lived in a 5-bedroom. What's wrong? Why we got to be on some more shit? And why you think I'm gonna be on some more shit? I am the least motherfucker. Do you hear me? I don't give a damn. I don't care. If you are not paying me, I don't want to hear it. My brother gonna come calling me on a video call. So I declined the call and I called him audio. He was like, damn, I wanted to see you. I said, I don't talk to people. I don't be wanting nobody to see me for free. Damn, I'm trying to tell you my problem. I said, I listen to problems for pay. I don't listen to problems for free. Damn, that's fucked up. No, that's real. No, that's real. I don't choose that. I don't choose on my free time to listen to somebody trauma dump on me. I don't choose that. Sorry. I don't do that. My mental health, my motherfucking mental sanity, my motherfucking mental clarity, that comes first. And I'm not fit to let nobody unload they shit on me, unload their fucking problems on me for fucking free. Because I got a cutoff time for that. Now, if you want to talk about it, you really want to talk about it with me, and you want to know, then book an appointment, motherfucker. You owe me some money any motherfucking way. Your energy is the most expensive currency that it ever fucking existed. Listen, I don't think I'm all of that. I know I am. You should think that too. So you can't be mad at the next motherfucker if they think that too. That's why I said, why the fuck I got to be jealous to anybody? Why anybody got to be jealous of me? Ain't no such thing. You goddamn right. If I'm on somebody else's business, I'm gonna pay whatever they fee is. I'm not gonna question it. I don't want nobody doing nothing for me for free. I don't want to hear nobody motherfucking problems. I can get paid for that. Listening to people complain all the time for free, that's why you... Ain't nobody standing behind me. All that trauma dumping, I ain't doing that. I'm not trauma bonding either. I don't want to hear about nobody sitting up saying, girl, you know, I can already tell where this phone call is going. Girl, let me call you back. I'm the motherfucker that don't argue with people. I'm the motherfucker that we could be in mid-argument and I walk the fuck off. I swear to God, y'all. I swear to God. I am the motherfucker. Like, I'm not fist to fucking argue with nobody. Like, I will walk the fuck off in mid... To the point they be like, damn. I will cut it off quickly. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do... Why you think that's okay? That is not fucking okay. And at the same token, to be honest with you, I don't do people like that either. I don't want to dump on you. No. I don't want to dump on you. Like, you good, sis. Motherfuckers ask me what's wrong. And I be like, I'm good. No, you're not. What's wrong? I'm good. I don't want to do that because my problems are different for your problems. So you might hear my problem and be like, bitch, that's not a problem. So if I really need to do that, then I'll fucking go and fucking give me book me a life coaching session. I have a counselor. I'll book a session with my counselor. Because sometimes you really just need to hear yourself. That's it. Because what I won't do is, I will not trauma dump with you, and then you weaponize the shit that I done told you and come back and repeat it to other people or repeating it to me in some type of way to try to hurt me. Nah, bitch. I'm good on that. Because I don't give a fuck. I made this post the other day, and I'm going to say it in here. Do not ever tell a motherfucker that you're dating, fucking, or in some type of a relationship with. Do not ever tell them about the bad stuff and the trauma stuff that you've ever had with somebody else. Because all they gonna do is use that shit against you. I said what the fuck I said. I have never, and I love Damon, but it's true. He asked me one time how many women I was with, right? How many women I've been with. And I was like, why you ask me that? He was like, what's your body count of women? And I was like, I said, it's in the double digits. And he was like how many? And I was like, nigga. So I told him the number, which is in the 20s. Hey, some years is more busy than others. And he got upset with me about something else. And he threw that back up in my face. Well, since he weaponized that, I never shared anything else about my numbers, sexual past, and nothing like that. And even when he tried to have those conversations with me, to this day, I don't do it. He go, damn, we don't talk about... No, we not, because when I did, you said that to me and you hurt my feelings. And you weaponized that information that I gave you and you used it as a way to hurt me. You used it as a way to win an argument with me when something that wasn't even related to what we were talking about. That's what you brought up to kind of throw me off. And I thought that was so fucked up. And this happened in 2018. It's 2023. I still remember that. That's how much that affected me. I still remember that to this day. So I learned from that experience, don't share certain shit. And I love Damon, but I don't trust him now like that. And that's the truth. And he did that. I didn't do that. He did that. Because there's a lot of stuff that I could have brought up that he told me when he did that shit. Excuse me. And I didn't, but I could have. I fucking could have, and I would have been well within my right. But then I felt like if I would have went back and forth, then he was going to say shit more fucked up and more fucked up and more fucked up because he's a Capricorn. He want to win the argument. Let me tell you something. I'm a Taurus. I'm born May 2nd. I don't feel like I have to argue and compete with nobody because you keep saying shit and you keep fucking with me. I'm going to flip the fuck off on your ass. And then now you done let the motherfucking bull out. So I learned just to So back again, let me land this plane. I don't really care for Jess Hilarious. I don't think she's funny. I don't really think she's funny. I really think she's an asshole. I think she's a cunt by nature. However, I do agree with her video. I do. I'm not canceling her. I cancel her behind some more shit this bitch done said, but I won't cancel her behind this. But that hoe is not funny at all to me, just for the record. So I'm not siding with the bitch because I feel like, oh, she's like, no, the fuck, she's not hilarious. She lame as fuck. And you could tell the bitch I said it. She lame as fuck. She is. However, I understand why she feel the way she feel. I don't like Tiffany Haddish either. She is so motherfucking overrated to me. Like, cancel that bitch. Like, ugh. It's just something about her. It is so fucked up to me. Her spirit is like secretly nasty. What you say, the Coven Apothecary? You had agreeing with her? Okay. And to be honest, Just Hilarious could be saying this just for some fucking clout. You like that I'm open. Well, I'm not too old. I keep some stuff to myself, believe it or not. Even though I have motherfuckers be like, well, tell us this. And girl, sit the fuck down. Y'all don't need to know every goddamn thing. Y'all know enough. Tiffany Haddish is Tiffany Naddish. Look, maddish. Like, bitch, go sit down. Go sit the fuck down. Her voice is annoying. Her jokes are not funny. She built uncomfortable. She built like a motherfucking chip tooth. To me, she built like a motherfucking chip molar tooth. Like, like the bad bitch built like a wisdom tooth. That bitch is built like a chipped wisdom tooth. Like the one where it's on the side, is gone. She built like that. Bitch, I'm funnier than Tiffany fucking Haddish. I'm funnier than that bitch. It's just something about her is off. It's like, I don't know if she be kissing ass on purpose or something like that. I don't know. Bitch, I think I'm funnier than Jess Hilarious. Girl, just kiss my ass. Just sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere. Bitch, we still don't like you. We agree with you, but we don't like you, bitch. Woo! Just hilarious. Just look, take your win, bitch. Just take your motherfucking win. Just take your motherfucking win. Cause bitch, you're not. Yeah, Tiffany's weird. Talking about Common. What she say to Common? He called her and broke up with her. Cause probably her bald head ass was gonna start crying and shit. Ain't no motherfucker telling. And her tears probably lie. He probably like, don't fucking show me them lying tears. Jess is funnier than Tiffany though. Yeah, she is. They are. They are like women from up north. Cause I'm Southern. I'm a Southern belle. Y'all can tell by the tone of my voice and everything else. I'm a Southern belle. So the women in New York and Pittsburgh, I'm anywhere up there. They rough. Why the fuck y'all so rough like that? Y'all look like y'all just be slamming niggas. Like, what you call it when you pick a nigga up and flip them? Like, y'all be looking like that's by the tone of y'all voice, like y'all do niggas like that. Like, y'all are so rough. Y'all look like y'all just be wanting to kick niggas' asses for no motherfucking reason. Like, shut the fuck up, yo. I be like, oh my God. And I'm all like, oh my God, girl. But y'all do, y'all like, y'all be like, y'all will do like some wrestling motherfucking match. Like, just like y'all stick y'all arm up under a nigga and like flip him over. Like, I don't know what that's called, but y'all look like y'all a roundhouse a nigga in a minute. Like, girl, like, I need a friend from New York. Girl, come beat these people up. Y'all look like y'all will Mortal Kombat a motherfucker for real. Like, finish her. Like, y'all are just so motherfucking, like, body slamming, roundhouse. And y'all are so aggressive. Like, whenever I do a reading for somebody up north, they be like, so yo. I be like, let me turn my volume down. Cause girl, are you okay? Are you okay? I be like, what the fuck? Yeah, so I be like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? Um, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But why y'all? Some of y'all be like rough in the bitch. I ain't gonna say all y'all, but a lot of y'all be rough in the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of y'all be real rough. Y'all see my little house where I've been sitting? Y'all like y'all body slam niggas and like a nigga better not do nothing wrong. Like y'all gonna beat his ass. Like I feel sorry for any man that date a woman from up north. And then they fucking date. They'll talk to somebody like me, be like, you so and you know who else women are rough? Women from Detroit. It's something about them motherfucking Detroit women. Them bitches look like they all carry guns. All of them got a 9mm. Detroit women like they carry 9mm. I ain't lying. They look like, who wants to start some shit? Y'all see my kitchen? Yeah, Detroit women like they don't play. Chicago women, they look like they fight. Like they look like they purposely have a misunderstanding so they can fight. Like they woke up and say, I need to knock a motherfucker out. Y'all be rough. See, Southern women, I'm gonna tell you about us. Southern women don't want to have an argument. We just gonna make you something to eat. Now, if you live after that meal, bless you. Bless you, darling. Bless your spirit. Bless your pumpkin. Bless your dear heart. See, we just kind of move different. Yeah, we just kind of move different. We be like, bless you. Bless you. Yeah, if you live after that meal, you made it. Go and drink that. Go and drink that real quick. Go. What you say? You didn't ate the food and now your vision blurry. Drink some more of that tea I done made you. What you say? The tea tastes funny. Yeah. I'm just saying, some of y'all not gentle at all. I could be like, hi, how you doing? I'm Magical Lady Duchess. I know who you are. Oh, girl, wait. Well, I was calling to do your reading. Oh, you was? Yeah, I've been waiting to talk to you. She's my, okay, ma'am, goddamn. Be like, girl. Ooh. What you say? You talk slow. Well, I apologize. What can I do? How can I be of service to you? Well, let me tell you how. Ooh, child. Ooh. Ooh, y'all are just so intense. Y'all are very intense people. Why are y'all just so fucking intense? Oh, would you say she excited? Oh, okay. Oh, all right, excited. Okay, if that's what we gonna go with. Cause I'll be like, God damn, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, darling? And everything in with, yeah, and I told that motherfucker, and I told that whole ass nigga, and I was like, wow. I be thinking, I need to make this bitch my friend just in case I need to take care of a motherfucker. I'd be like, hey, New York, can you take care of this bitch for me? I can make this hoe my friend. She aggressive than a motherfucker. Make this bitch my friend. Cause she don't and they don't mind telling you that they'll fight. They don't mind telling you that. They don't mind telling you that somebody gonna get it fucking with them. And they fucking mean it. I don't know why any man would fuck over any woman from up north. Them bitches ain't right. The colder the climate is for them, the more fucking throw it off. You better come down here to the south. Cause we'll feed you and shit and cook for you a little bit. We'll do that. You need to stop fucking with them up there because they gonna fuck you up. Shit. And the crime rate is so high, you know they gonna get away with it. Because they just gonna put it in the other pile of other unsolved from crimes and shit. I'm just saying. They look like they stab people. Like they don't mind cutting a motherfucker. Like them DC girls. Them DC girls look like they'll shank you. They look like shankers. They ain't gonna carry no gun. Them women from the DC, they ain't gonna carry no gun. They ain't gonna carry no gun because that's something they can't. But they look like they'll shank you. Who is that? Somebody got a knife in their cup holder. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? They look like they would penitentiary shank you. They look rough. They be like, look at this motherfucker. And a lot of them like they talk with their teeth clenched. Look at this motherfucker. I'm gonna stab him. That's how they look. Like, oh, I'm contemplating a good stabbing right now. Look at this. This bitch ass nigga ain't gonna be satisfied till I stab him. That's how they look. That's how they look. They're like, you a dead nigga. See? That's how they look. And let me tell you something. The women from the South, I'm telling you, them Georgia girls. How many motherfuckers from grandmamas do y'all know from Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina and shit, Savannah, Georgia, all that old type of shit down off in there, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee. How many grandpas y'all done had? Big Mama been married 3 times, and all 3 husbands died mysteriously. Y'all know y'all motherfucking Big Mama that Geechee shit in them Carolinas and Mississippi and Tennessee, that Geechee shit. Yeah, that shit. Half y'all Geechee in this motherfucker crazy than a bitch. Talking about, you know that crazy up there eating shit poke root. And y'all, yeah, y'all ain't walking in y'all power. Cause a nigga ought to be scared of you. If a nigga don't fear you, you ain't doing the right motherfucking thing. Cause a nigga ought to fear you. You ought to be like, this bitch is crazy. Look at him. And y'all done got into it. And then she shouldn't feel like this. This from women from the South. He's there to talk shit. Shoot. Okay. All the while she's thinking, oh, this nigga gonna wind up mysteriously dead like a motherfucker. He don't even know it. I'm gonna kill this bitch ass nigga slow. I'm gonna feed him some shit every motherfucking day. I ain't gonna even worry about it. I ain't gonna worry about it. Let me get up and make you a meatloaf, baby. Yeah, you need to get your ass up and fucking cook and shit. You right. Let me get up. And all the while, she didn't fed. Why y'all think that some of y'all big mamas wouldn't let y'all eat the food she cooked for granddaddy? I want some of that meatloaf. Nah, here, eat the sandwich. And he don't even give a fuck. He just eating and wondering why he having chest pains and stomach pains the next day, but he steady eating. Hey. Y'all know how many cigarette house fires in the South? But mysteriously, you and your little brother, y'all got out the house quite easily. But the man didn't make it for some reason. Quiet as it's kept. Let me hush. I don't want to tell. I don't want to tell too much. But some of y'all women, I'm telling you, some of y'all grandmamas and shit, y'all ain't learned shit. Thank you. They call it Jewish lightning. I'm just saying. I am just saying. And then the one, and I'm gonna tell you why they so crazy. Because a lot of up north, they come from the south, so they come with that crazy ass fucking energy from the south, and then they move up north. So you know they crazy, crazy. Been killing people since '67. Big mama talking about you getting beat. You like, I mean, we be fighting. Now he whooping you. What you need to do is, you know what I'm talking about? You just say now, I think about it. My grandmama had 3 husbands and they all died. Well, sunshine, I'm not saying your grandmama did something. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna hush. Sunshine, I'm gonna be quiet about that. I'm just Talking about, baby, you cooking for him? Baby, you cooking for him? Talking about, nah, I ain't cooking for him. I'm mad. Well, you need to cook him something. You need to cook him something to eat. See, y'all be thinking real talk. Y'all be thinking real talk that the work is in the spaghetti. Too obvious. That's another video for another day. Because, you know, you can trap a nigga with some pan and soup. Or with some pan and rice. But you can get a nigga with some other shit. But I'm not going to do that because that, you know, y'all been killed the nigga and then said it was my goddamn fault. And I'm talking about, look at the video, Magickal lady Duchess. Nah, I ain't told you shit. God damn it, I ain't told you shit. I ain't told you to do that. I just say how things could be done. And look, and they all done had 3, because the first one your big mama got rid of, she was young when she got rid of his ass. She was young. Now, hell, the junkie ain't gonna make me assess to my Dutch. Nah, I ain't said no. I ain't tell you to do that. I ain't tell you to do that. Well, anyway, I've been on here a long time. But anyway, I love you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this live. And I hope I expressed my opinion or my reaction to Just None Hilarious. And what I thought about it. And I hope that I did not technically offend anyone, because that's not what my intention was. It's just always about respect with me. And I feel like if you're not able to do that, then you should leave people alone. I love y'all. Definitely. Oh, go on my site and check out booking a reading with me or booking a conversation. I updated the site. I updated how to book the appointment. I'm trying to slowly clean up my website and make it more user friendly, because I sell so many products. I sell so much stuff. But I speak so many blessings onto you guys. Thank you, Goddess. I speak so many blessings to you guys. I speak blessings from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. I speak blessings that you walk in your guided lane, in your guided light, that everything you touch, it prospers for you. That every time you look at something, it's just an open vessel. You're opening a door for something. I pray on your creativity that it's open, that all the blocks are like removed out of your life. Like, would you say this was a wild ride? Thanks. That's what I like to give. Wild rides. But I speak that life into you. I speak the wisdom into you. Because it is one thing to be knowledgeable, but it's one thing to walk in wisdom. And I speak you walking in wisdom. I speak y'all coming into your own. I speak so much on your life. I pray that whoever watches this video, y'all share it, you like, subscribe. I hope that this opens up a conversation of light and love for everybody. I speak that onto you. I speak understanding onto you. I speak you purposely being understood instead of purposely being misunderstood. I speak that you find your peace. I speak you find your power. I speak that you find your manifestations. I speak into your intentions, creatively and otherwise. I speak on your production and you producing the things that you need. I speak life into you, onto everything that it is that you need to do. I speak that, and I mean it. It's a flex for me to see people grow and to change. It's the biggest flex I got. It really is. And I speak life into that. And I speak life into you. I hope y'all receive that with the kindness that I'm giving you, that you give it to yourself too. Ashe. I'll talk to y'all later.